What I can't respect is the fact that Lil Wendy is saying I am hip-hop. I mean, Lil Wayne is saying I am hip-hop also. Nothing about what Lil Wayne says and does in his music says hip-hop. Hip-hop meaning breaking, DJing, MCing, and graphic writing. Or knowledge of self. Sagging is niggas spelled backwards. How did that happen? How about if you go and you spell Illuminati backwards and you just put a .com after it, you come up with the National Security Agency? Is Griff making this stuff up? Absolutely not. This is by design. That the criminal culture in prison comes out now, marry itself on to the street, criminal culture on the street, that marries itself onto the culture called hip-hop, and now it becomes hip-hop. So now when you see someone sagging, which is niggas spelled backwards, you identify that with hip-hop. Why? Because it's by design. Now the butt crack becomes a new cleavage on the street. And now cats are running around, older cats are running around now, being predators, coming after young boys. Are you following me? Because everybody walking around with their damn underwear showing. Try saying something to one of these young cats, man, you got an issue. You dead, they got a fight. Are you following me? She said, be respectful, man. Pull your pants up, man. There's women present. Like, nah, son, you know what I mean? It's my style, son. Come on, dude. Can we at least reason from an older man to a younger man? Are you following me? But you can't tell Lil Wendy that. Because in front of millions of people, Lil Wayne is showing his Fruit of the Looms or whatever, Joe the Boxer or whatever he has on. Are you following me? Yes, there's a rap COINTEL profile, and I'm going to sum it up. Tiffany McKinney gave me a phone call, and she said the counterintelligence program is in full effect, and it's in the Patriot Act 1 and 2. Originally, J. Edgar Hoover wanted to stop the rise of the Black Messiah. I said they heard hip-hop, and they said hip-hop is the voice of the voiceless, and they had to neutralize hip-hop. And we have to understand it. So when I started studying mind control. I started studying controlling the consciousness of the masses of the people by controlling one individual. That if you can control Jay-Z, everyone that's a fan of Jay-Z and buys into Jay-Z's fantasy, you can control them too. Are you following me? And I have proof of it. Went to the Jay-Z concert, 30,000 people for 30 days. Jay-Z throws up the so-called rock, and you got 30,000 people throwing up, giving energy to this demonic entity. The I, all say I, Lucifer. But at the Tavistock Institute of Human Relations by John Coleman at Tavistock in England. He's the same gentleman that wrote the Committee of 300. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but down here it says the aim of the 12 tonal system devised jointly by British intelligence operatives from Tavistock. Adorno, Schoenberg, and Adorno was a system of music that could program a mass music culture capable of eroding the morals of its listeners. Music eroding your morals when you listen to it? What are they putting in the music? That if you keep listening to it, your morals will decline. Then they give you the visual. So Viacom, with its the Viacom through the MTV networks, BET, Buffoon Entertainment Television, and VH1, along with MTV, brought you Nelly in his video Tip Drill, where he takes his credit card and slides it down the backside of a woman. No outcry from women. Why not? Because you know, yeah, Jay-Z be spinning, Nelly be spinning. That's my favorite artist. So you give him a pass when he disrespects women, and then you write it up by saying, well, he ain't talking to me. Yes, he is. What makes you think he's not talking to you or about you? Flavor Flav on Flavor of Love wearing pink, calling himself a pimp? Dude, you come from the most politically conscious, socially conscious hip-hop group ever in the history of music. How dare you go on VH1 in front of 7.5 million people calling yourself a pimp? Something is wrong with that pitch. And no one's saying anything? This is what rap has become. His gun says black killer. His hat says pimp. The other part of his hat says slave mind. His arm says true hater. The tombstone says another black person killed by another black person. On her butt it says self-hater. The little baby is holding a future prisoner. This is what rap has become. Why? Because they have changed our music to vibrate at a sexual frequency, a frequency and beat that creates a mental sexual frenzy. On the cover of the Source magazine, it says, our rap is the new target of the criminal injustice system. A friend of mine by the name of John Matash wrote the book, The FBI's War on Tupac and Black Leadership, and connected the dots using FBI documents. He connected the death of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X to the death of Biggie and Tupac, J.M. Master J, Jimi Hendrix, and other revolutionaries. So in my further research, I discovered the first millennium edition of the American Directory of Certified Uncle Toms on page 236. It talks about how young whites and entrepreneurs would come in and they would install a new leadership over the hip-hop movement and begin to promote the nefarious niggerization of rap music. And they did so, using NWA. It says here that the bar history of hip-hop is very explicit about the root of this obvious new trend, warning that acting like a nigger was about to become more lucrative than ever, and they pulled it off with NWA. It says here that they point out that rappers like KRS-One and Public Enemy became strong positive forces for black youth. A group called NWA, Niggas with Attitude, emerged with an explicitly opposite point of view. NWA neutralized Public Enemy. So listen, so by the time this album here, The Chronic, came out, it had already neutralized conscious hip-hop. It was a rap. That's it. NWA, while they were being hunted down by the FBI, they were used to put out gangster rap and to neutralize Public Enemy and the conscious movement. Are you following me? So then it went from gangster rap. What was the next phase? Thugging. Then we were balling out of control, making it rain and all that kind of madness at the club. Then it morphed into the pimp phase. Everybody wanted to be pimps. Then everybody got swag. A man ever say you had swag? Well, that's just a nice way of saying you're cute. That's all. Another man tells you you got swag. What phase are we in now? Oh, the metrosexual phase. Because we've seen a lot of the men dressing up, looking real cute with the matching gold suit with matching belt buckle and you know what I'm talking about. That's the phase we're in now. Men carrying man purses and this kind of thing. Are you following me? So this is where we are with it. So we have to understand that particular dynamic. I'm trying to, well, this is a dossier made into a DVD. It's called Hip Hop and the Cops. And this is the dossier that Miami and the New York Police Department was using to do surveillance on rappers, brought to you by the DEA. Now, some of the people that I'm going to show you were involved in drugs. But why is the DEA investigating them? And why did they come up with a multi-jurisdictional task force called high-intensity drug trafficking area? To frame certain artists. They even admitted it in this book here that they would, if they didn't have an incident, go down at the video shoot with Busta Rhymes got his body shot down in front of hundreds of people and nobody seeing anything. T.I.'s bodyguard gets shot down and nobody seeing anything. KRS-One said, you want to get away with murder, kill a rapper. And this has become a reality with rap artists. So you follow me? So, gentlemen up in New Haven, Connecticut, wrote a letter to the FBI, the Miami and New York Police Department, and asked for the dossier that they were using to do surveillance on rappers, and they sent it to him. He took it and made a DVD, and these are some of the pages out of that particular dossier. If y'all know some of the people on here, I guess it's not by accident. That would be Puffy.
What was the
High intensity drug and trafficking area. It's high. You know when I got the dossier, I'm looking for my name. I was like, serious. How do I know this is true? Alpha Omega was T.I.'s bodyguard at one time. Worked for Grand Hustle, T.I.'s label. When he was a DEA agent, he was a snitch. No wonder DJ Drummer got his house raided. Computers confiscated. Because they had a DEA working right up inside the camp. Are you following me? This is very, very real. Later on, T.I. is traveling in Cincinnati's bodyguard gets shot down in front of everyone. Later on, T.I. gets arrested in Atlanta, Georgia, and these are the guns he gets caught with. I said this at one lecture, all the gentlemen in the back of the room, and I made a statement. I'm like, look, straight up, I handle guns in my life. I'm gonna tell you on the real, keep it 100. I don't know what the hell this is. How do you even shoot that? How do you load it? I don't even know. But the gentleman in the back of the room, the older gentleman, said these are military weapons. So now I'm thinking, what is T.I. doing on a street corner in Atlanta buying military weapons from somebody? Are you putting two and two together, no? Okay, let's go over some recent history about T.I. He gets arrested twice now. The last time he got arrested, he was on his way, they said, to court. And for some strange reason, he sees a man on the top of a building about to commit suicide, and he talks him down. How many times you went to jail and on the way to court, you talk, come on, man. See, this stuff is not real. I mean, if I was a playwright or a screenwriter, I couldn't make this stuff up. You can't go over the whole history, but these are some of the victims. This is why I say that. Unbeknownst to Michael Jackson, who admitted, and is on YouTube now, who basically was trying to frame him and kill him, is dead. The sad part about it, when my research team get together and we talk, and we exchange information, that I was just saying to myself, okay, it's a black doctor, but it's deeper than that. I'm sorry to say it's deeper than that, because he's on trial now, but it's deeper than that. He's a Freemason. But now, who is he connected with and where did he get the drugs from to give to Michael Jackson? See, these are the questions that we're not asking. Are you following me? How many years ago did I mention that Ludacris would be next? I got a call from Raheem Devon. Anybody know Raheem? Raheem Devon gave me a call, asked me did I want to do the Soul Train Music Awards with him. I said, cool, I'll do it. What song are you going to do? Just so happens to be the song that he did with Ludacris. Now, as you all know, Ludacris doesn't like me, which is cool. So backstage and trying to have dialogue with him, I'm just kind of trying to school him about this Illuminati thing that's going on. He basically don't want to hear it. And now today, or recently, I found out why he don't want to hear it, because now he took the oath. He's hanging out with the big dogs now, so now he don't want to hear it because now he's up into the $20 million bracket. Hey, Bob, I said on YouTube that once you get up in the $100, $200, $300 million bracket, it's a wrap. They give him movie deals and you're going to see his face a lot more. All right? But at the same time, you got a foundation which you handle children. Excuse my language, older people in faculty. Dude, this song is, move, bitch, get out of the way. Come on, you handling children? Holes in every area code, and you handling children? You go to Africa, the first black man from America to shoot a video in South Africa, and you wear a Marcus Garvey t-shirt, and the song that you do is pimping holes all over the world? No, I gotta take offense to that. I'm sorry, dude. I'm very offended. As your older brother. You may think it's artistic. I see a problem with that. We gotta talk. That's all I'm saying. So you heard me tell the story about Quincy Jones, his relationship with Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones' daughter being engaged to Tupac. His daughter's name is Khadija. Khadija's best friend was Aaliyah. Aaliyah mysteriously dies in a plane crash, and she was engaged to Dame Dash. Before she was engaged to Dame Dash, she was dating your man Jay-Z. So when I introduced the whole idea of sex slave inside of hip-hop, no one believed me. When I started proving it, they started scratching their head. How did it happen? Ask her uncle, what is her uncle? Oh, Barry Henderson. Barry Henderson was the one that found the R. Kelly sex tape and put it out on the street because Knight, Irv Gotti, and Jay Prince, four prominent record companies they had got together to put together a distribution company, and I'm going to close in a second. I mentioned the fact that blood ritual, because I know just with dealing and talking to gangs, there's a ritual that they have with blood in, blood out. You got to spill some blood to get in, and you got to spill some with your blood to get out. Once you're in, you're in. I said the same thing with these guys taking an oath and operating in the $500, $600, $700 million club. All right? So when I mentioned the fact that they had a private meeting with Jay-Z took the information back, it just wasn't Griff talking. I was documenting it. It's there in the Source magazine. He bragged about sipping $20,000 bottles of Cristal in San Tropez with the Blue Bloods. So I'm thinking, who the hell are the Blue Bloods? So we started tracking down who the Blue Bloods. And we found Barack Obama, Jesse Jackson, and some other people. Through an organization called the Bootleg, which means advisors to the king, are part of the Blue Bloods. Denzel Washington and some other people. So they rewarded Jay-Z. New Jersey Nets, J Hotels, 40 clubs, and some other things they rewarded Jay-Z with. So now Jay-Z is up. First two people that he signs when he takes over Def Jam is Jeezy and Rick Ross, two known drug dealers. Why? You have to keep the low vibratory frequency going. I did say that Aaliyah was Dame Dash's sacrifice. Suge Knight signed Tupac, and we know that Tupac died in Las Vegas. The story that I was telling a couple of years ago at that particular time was Tupac was the one that was supposed to star in the movie Minister Society before they got this guy. I don't know his name. But in the movie, his name is Kane. All right? Tupac was supposed to play Kane in Minister. How many people seen Minister Society? Well, then is it art imitating life or life imitating art? What happened to Kane in the movie? Wasn't he sitting next to his cousin at the light in the BMW? And they got jacked and shot up? Well, isn't that what happened to Tupac in real life? He was sitting in the BMW with Suge and got shot up and died. Now answer the question. Is it art imitating life or life imitating art? Something strange is going on. Ain't nobody asking no questions but Professor Griff. But for this, I'm vilified for and talked about and cursed out in magazines and this kind of thing. Tupac already said it, and you can find it on YouTube. Tupac takes the oath or breaks the oath. He knew what he was doing. So another interesting thing, Left Eye lost her life in South America. Whose label was she signed to? Death Row Records, Suge Knight. The reason why she was down is she wanted to cleanse. In her cleansing process, she was down in South America with Dr. Sabi and she lost her life. You ever heard the story that was told about how she died? Right, they said that she had, they had hit someone a week earlier, a young boy, and the young boy lost his life. So when they were driving a week later, she thought she seen the young boy on the highway about to hit him again, and she swerved. I don't know what that's about. You see the movie recently, The Right? Check it out. All right, let me just right? But it's the ritual that I keep seeing in hip-hop now, because in Skull and Bones, they go through homosexual sexual rituals inside the secret society. I'm saying I know that about the secret society. Why am I seeing it in hip-hop? And then at the tune of people losing their lives, I'm like, what is going on? Yes.
I got a question.
Yes.
Because did you talk about this homosexuality ritual?
What'd you say? I didn't understand what you were saying.
Okay, you talk about this homosexuality ritual stuff. Excuse my language. But you know how Lil Wayne always says we debugging baby.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, we probably can't talk about it right here, but you have my email address, right?
Right.
I can send you that information. It's too in depth to go into, but it's happening at an alarming rate to the point where I'm having to have private meetings with people to give them information that I can't talk about on the campus. Not that I came and I didn't have to sign a waiver not to talk about certain things with the administration. They didn't put me through that. I'm pulling it back simply because there may be some people in the audience that's sensitive to this kind of material, and we have to respect them. Are you following me? That if I'm not going to talk about it in a way that we need to kind of handle it, then why talk about it at all? Well, it's actually going on. I see you. Don't throw a rock at me. Action ain't doing. Talk to me.
What about Kanye West? You can't talk about all this and not talk about Kanye West.
Well, I did have a piece after I was going to say that members of B2K actually came out on Oprah and spilled the beans about what's really going on in the music industry about the homosexual rituals. So it's just not Professor Griff talking about it. The cat is out of the bag now. I want to show you, I'm trying to find some place to end. The whole liquor thing is about the ritual and initiation ritual. It seems like every rap artist got to have a liquor album now. Why? Anybody got to have a sex tape? No, a liquor, a sex tape, and cologne. It's the spirits. It's that whole thing. Are you following me? And it's very real. Right. I'm trying to find a place to close. You said Kanye West. I truly believe that Kanye West took the oath, because we're starting to see the Masonic handshakes. And I did say about Kanye West losing his mom, he did do the song. The song 13 on Jay-Z's album, which was Lucifer, Son of the Morning. I said that actually was an initiation into the occult. Shortly after that, his mom died on a slab in LA, trying to get some breast augmentation. Yes. Yeah, I think I have that in here somewhere, because I talked about him making good songs in the beginning when he first came out. But now, you don't find that from Kanye West. This was the entire MTV Video Music Awards was an entire blood ritual, which I actually show people here with Lady Gaga, who's an Illuminati manufactured tool. So they're going through the actual blood ritual, and here they're actually going through the Masonic ritual with pink. This is her initiation in. So I'm not crazy. I'm seeing Freemason and Masonic rituals in hip-hop and in music. And I'm asking the question, why? And people are saying you're crazy, that's conspiracy theory, but I'm showing you the proof. And you still doubt me. I'm going to take your questions in a minute, but she's not throwing up the 666 with the all-seeing eye behind her. And I could. Huh?
Lady Gaga. Okay.
Yeah, this is Lady Gaga on stage. This is Pink going through the initiation. There's no way a Mason could watch this performance without recalling his initiation into the first degree of Freemasonry. Any of the Masons sitting in the audience now know exactly what I'm talking about. Jay-Z reached the 3rd degree in Masonry. All right? This is why he called his album what? The Blueprint 3. It's simple. It's the actual ritual, and this is Pink. So I'm not crazy. This Lady Gaga wearing a dress made out of animal flesh. Now some of the older people in the audience, come on, talk to me. Didn't our parents teach us just a little bit better? Could you leave the house without your mom dressed in animal flesh? Pork chops? No? Blueprint 3. 3 degrees of masonry. Once you hit the Blue Lodge, the 3rd degree in masonry, you go up to the York Rite or the Scottish Rite. I don't got time to break the whole thing down, but this is Jay-Z throwing up the All Saint I Am Lucifer. Jay-Z's clothing line is called what? Masters of the Craft. I'm not reaching. This is actually going down. Masters of the Craft. So you see the Kundalini snake traveling up the base of the spine to activate the pituitary gland. You see the all-seeing eye of Lucifer with the sun rays. The diamond here, the handshake, the logos. Did we go over that about an hour ago?
Yeah.
They said that ours was called in his face come beings. This is ours to Crawley. Now let's find him on the Beatles album. Right there. If this guy was a Luciferian and practiced witchcraft and all this other demonic stuff, what is he doing on the cover of the Beatles? What is Jay-Z doing wearing a sweatshirt with a quote from Aleister Crowley? Do what thou wilt, which is the whole of the law. I got to remind myself next time to outline this, because if you look at the cover of Jay-Z's new book, you'll actually see the Baphomet. You see the 2 eyes right here, one here and one here? This is the face. And this is the horns. Are you following me? All right, let me find a place to close, because I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy. We ain't got a whole bunch of... Aleister Crowley. Crowley, yes. This is Beyonce wearing the Baphomet ring she had made. This is Beyonce's cover of her comic book she's coming out with Lady Gaga and some other people. This is Rihanna. I'm trying to find a less comfortable place to close this out. How about, Lupe Fiasco said MTV is Illuminati's favorite network. Your man Kanye West says, I sold my soul to the devil, it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys and a Happy Meal. And many selling his soul to the devil. So we need to understand that, all right? So blessed are those that struggle. Oppression is worse than the grave. It's better to live for a noble cause than to live and die as slaves. Asante Sana, thank you all very much for having me. Sit with me for 2 hours. I really appreciate it. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but I'm giving it to you as I see it from the inside out. Hit me up. Now listen, adhere to my disclaimer. Don't put any of this on the faculty, the staff, or college. Call Professor Griff directly, all right? The primary goal is to raise the consciousness level and to educate people into what's going on in popular culture, hip-hop, and in black music, all right? Let's not be like this guy, all right? He's